Have you ever wondered how Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders commands every room? It's not just the sharp suits or the cold stare, it's the way he speaks. Every word is calculated, and every sentence is filled with power. And the good news is, you don't need to be a gangster to talk like him. In this video, we'll show you how Thomas Shelby does it, how he stays calm, picks his words carefully, and speaks like a man who's always in control. Watch closely, because by the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how to talk like a true leader and make everyone obey you. Let's get into it. Number 1. Start with state-breaking questions. Remember when Thomas Shelby said, "Do I look like a man who wants a simple life?" The question just sliced through the silence like a razor. That's what Thomas Shelby does. Every time he opens his mouth, he makes others pause. If you want control, this is your weapon. It's one of the sharpest tricks Thomas Shelby uses to throw people off and shift the power dynamic in his favor. You've seen it before. Maybe you didn't catch it, but trust me, once you understand it, you'll never unsee it. When you're under pressure, your instinct is to follow the conversation that someone else controls. You nod along, try to keep up, and slowly let them steer you where they want. That's exactly what you must avoid. When someone tries to dominate the room, especially if they're stronger or have the upper hand, your best move isn't to fight head-on. Instead, break their rhythm. Throw a question out of nowhere. It doesn't even have to make perfect sense. What matters is that it doesn't fit the flow. That's how you interrupt their control and make space for yourself. Watch that scene in Peaky Blinders when the priest talks down to Tommy. The priest holds the power. Tommy knows he can't play by the usual rules, so he started tossing random questions. He didn't even react to the priest's story. That's how the priest's spell was broken, and Tommy took the lead. This is how you throw your enemy off balance. Learn it, use it, own the room. Number 2, always finish your sentence. Most people talk like they're scared of their own voice. They begin a sentence but trail off, hoping someone else will rescue them from the silence. Not Tommy. When he speaks, he finishes. With steel, with certainty, even if the room is burning down around him. Remember when he said, "I'm not a traitor to my class. I am just an extreme example of what a working man can achieve." That's not a thought. That's a full stop, a bullet of a statement. You don't stutter your way into leadership. You don't ask for approval at the end of every line with a nervous smile. You declare. You deliver. You say your truth and let it hang in the air like smoke from a gun barrel. Thomas finishes every sentence like it might be the last one he ever gets to speak. There's power in that. It's a way of saying, "I meant every word, and I'll say it again if I have to." If you want to speak like a leader, never let your words taper off into uncertainty. Say what needs to be said, then stop. Not a word more, not a word less. Let your silence after the sentence speak louder than the noise before it. If you are enjoying watching the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Number 3, address by saying their names. Names are power. They take the conversation from general to personal in one breath. Thomas Shelby knows this better than anyone. He doesn't just speak to people, he speaks to them. Lizzie, Arthur, Michael. Each name is an anchor, a hook that locks the listener in place. When he says a name, it's never wasted. It's either a warning or a weapon. John, we're Peaky Blinders. We're not scared of coppers. He's not reminding John of facts. He's reminding him of blood, of identity, of everything they've fought for. A name in his mouth isn't casual. It's loaded with memory, with expectation, with gravity. When you speak someone's name, you make the conversation about them. You demand attention. You personalize the message. You take ownership of the moment. That's why Thomas never throws names around. He wields them. And when he does, people remember. Don't be afraid to say names when you speak. Use them like levers. Use them to pull people closer, to shake them out of their fog, to remind them that you see them, know them, and are not to be ignored. Number 4, show conviction with your words. The moment Tommy opens his mouth, You can tell he means business. It's not just what he says, it's how he says it. His words carry weight because he speaks with certainty. He doesn't stumble around with "I hope" or "I want." He says, "I will." That's powerful. That kind of language doesn't leave room for doubt. It tells you he's already decided, and nothing is going to stop him. Just a few more yards to go, and you will change your ways, and I'll change the world. That's not a dream. That's a decision. But it's not only about word choice. Conviction lives in tone. Too many people sabotage themselves by ending strong statements with an upward tone, like a question. It sounds like they're asking for permission or approval. That's a weakness, and people can sense it. Tommy does the opposite. His tone is calm, sure, and steady. He finishes his sentences with a downward inflection, the kind that says, "This is what's happening, period." Number 5, never explain, just state. Thomas Shelby doesn't explain himself to people. He doesn't try to win them over or soften his stance. He just speaks, sharp, clean, final. You can change what you do, but you can't change what you want. No apologies, no justifications, and that's exactly why his words carry the weight of a man who walks in a straight line through hell. You lose power the moment you start explaining yourself. You start sounding guilty, unsure, weak. A leader doesn't explain. A leader commands. You're not there to be liked. You're there to be clear. Tommy knows this. That's why he can walk into a room full of enemies and say, "I'm just an ordinary man. I drive a humble car. I'm a humble man, but I'm also a dangerous man." He doesn't try to make you comfortable. He just states facts. And facts don't need backup dancers. When you explain yourself, you're asking for permission to exist. When you just state, you're taking your place at the table, whether they like it or not. That's what separates men like Thomas Shelby from the crowd. He speaks in statements that leave no room for argument, not because he's arrogant, but because he's already made peace with the truth. Talking like Thomas Shelby works great when you want respect, power, and control. But what about when you just want to connect with someone new, make a stranger laugh, or carry a fun, flowing conversation like it's nothing? That's where most people get stuck. Watch How to Actually Master Small Talk like Ryan Reynolds, and it'll show you how to talk smoothly, stay confident, and make anyone feel like they've known you forever. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Until next time, take care.